Isaac Mulcrone for Mornings, playing Perth's newest track and your forever favourite.
This is Mornings with Isaac Mulcrone on Youth Jam Radio. Good morning, it's a new morning show, off to a great start already. And to continue the celebrations and to make our new show fever get to a new level, I have a special guest joining us. Good morning to the youngest radio station owner in Zambia, and he's in Perth right now for an event. Good morning to Kalenga Chambatu.
Well, glad you got the pronunciation correct.
Oh,
impressive.
So thank you.
I know African names are a bit tricky sometimes.
I know. I've been studying this all night to get your name right. So I'm a radio station owner myself, yeah? And so are you, which is impressive.
Yes.
So you said to me before going on air via message that you are starting your own station in Zambia in the next few weeks.
Yes, I am.
Can you explain to us what this new venture is? What are you going to be doing?
Well, pretty much what you're doing as well, broadcasting to about two towns. We're in a border town. So, we'll be broadcasting pretty much the way you'll be doing, but on FM stereo.
So due to Zambia, in the new law, the government has restricted the majority of radio stations from broadcasting outside of their provinces, yeah?
Yes, there's some laws that have been put in place where, you can broadcast only to the province that you're operating in.
Yeah.
So it's made it tricky for a lot of radio stations to broadcast nationally, which is what a few had been doing.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be tricky now. So they're making way for more radio stations in provinces, and I took advantage of that when they advertised about 2 years ago.
So it's a good thing though, because now you can make your own thing.
Yes.
So it's not. It's a good thing for you and for your community. Just not so good for the national guys. They got a little bit of a kick in the butt, but that's all right. That is okay. So it means you got a big responsibility of broadcasting to a community. What does it mean to you, and what does community mean to you?
Well, it is exciting. It's a bit of a challenge, because now, especially that we're going to be the first radio station in the town where we'll be operating from.
Yeah.
It means we have to be the voice of the people in that town. You know what I mean? There's never been radio before, especially with the new laws put in place. It means that area now completely has no radio station operating except us now. So we have to be the voice of the people in that community.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job, is it? Quite difficult trying to figure out, I think the values and stuff like that.
Exactly. I think the most difficult part is where, because you're the only radio station there, you have to cater to everyone's needs.
Yeah.
You're the only one there.
Exactly.
You can't really pick out a niche and say, we'll broadcast into this age group or, that type of people and things like that. You have to broadcast to everyone, and you have to cater to everyone's needs in that town.
So you have no competitors either, do you?
No competitors in that town yet.
Wow.
So it makes it more fun. And business-wise, puts us in a really good position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're getting advertisers in now and that kind of thing. That's the next aim.
And which makes business a whole lot easier for us because, the advertiser got no choice but to advertise with us. You know what I mean?
There's no one else to go with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sweet stuff.
That's a great thing. Now, you are one of the youngest radio operators in Zambia.
Yes.
It must give you a real edge in the broadcasting world, but can you give me an insight into what it's really like to be a young broadcaster in your country?
I think the biggest challenge there being the people older than you being a little judgmental, especially when the age factor comes in, because they look at you as mostly immature, I think, if I may.
Definitely, yeah.
And everybody's wondering if you can do this, you can manage people, you can manage a company, are you able to have this thing run and scale, you know what I mean? And it's going to be a fun challenge for me.
So I'd say that there's a lot of stigma, I suppose, around young people and how they supposedly can't do something. Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a great thing, but I'm sure you can push that stigma away, knowing...
Definitely. I mean, it's not the first company I'm going to be managing. I already manage a media company, we do advertising and radio adverts as well.
Wow.
And this is just going to be another venture to add to the list of things that I already do.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I mean, having grown another media company already, for me, this is it's not really a big challenge, if you know what I mean.
So Zambia has a population of 17.9 million.
Yes.
That's a big population. And it's still increasing as well. Now, I want to know, is if the laws did change and you were allowed to broadcast to the whole of Zambia, would that be a dream for you?
Major dream. Actually, I'm keeping my ear to the ground right now. The day they advertise for more frequencies, I'm definitely going in. I would really love to broadcast to more towns and... right now, maybe the youngest radio station owned in the country, but eventually I'd love to be the biggest because I'm not going to be young forever.
Exactly. And
you know what I mean?
And dreams are always good because you can see what you want and you can see what... And then you can build what you need. Oh, I'm excited for this here. See, I'm going to come to Zambia right now.
You should.
Now, we're going to come back to Perth now. You are here for an event. Can you explain what you're here for, the event-wise?
Well, the event I came for here in Perth is one that I started about 4 years ago in a small town called Solwezi in Zambia.
Yeah.
This idea came to me when I was DJing for a crowd, and you know where the crowd is not really responding until you play a certain type of music, and this crowd was not responding to the music I was playing too at that particular moment until I switched to like old school music, and the dance floor just filled up. And for me, an idea sprung from there, and I thought to myself, you know what, people really love old school music.
Oh, it's great,
so I started having events around the country, and they were all sold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're just getting the whole thing started here.
I tell you, eh?
You got a party going, you got a radio station coming. What's next? All I've got is a radio station. Well done.
You know what I mean? So the response was overwhelming. So I started having more and more of these gigs.
Yeah.
And the Zambian community here in Perth started, you know, they saw the posts I put up on my Facebook page and things like that. And they thought, you know what? We would love some old school. We rarely have old school events in Perth as well. Are you able to bring one here? So we started working on it mid last year, and on the 25th of January this year, that was on Friday, it happened.
Yeah. Wow.
That was nice.
And
People love throwback music.
And how did that go for you? Was it good?
It was good.
Oh
and
my, yeah.
I mean, you know, a gig went well when people come to your page and say, you know what, really had fun. Let's do this again sometime
The
soon.
feedback must have been
Feedback was better than I expected. Yeah, I really love the feedback, and I would really love to come back and do more.
So was it a shock to you what the response was?
Actually, it was. I assumed people would not show up because I was a relatively unknown DJ in these parts of the world. Yeah, and well, clearly people didn't come for the DJ; they came for the music.
Exactly, they come for the
people
music.
want to listen to something that, you know, will evoke that. Let me call it nostalgia.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, and people did turn up, and it was nice. It was a lovely feeling.
Yep. So just hold on a sec. We're gonna get to some music now. We're back with Kalenga. After this is my new morning show. Done 2 months of summer drive, and I'm thrilled to be here for your Monday morning. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us on Youth Jam Radio Perth.
Mornings with Isaac Mulcrone, weekdays from 9 a.m. to midday on Perth's YJR.
Welcome back. You are listening to Mornings with Isaac Mulcrone. It's so good to have your company for the first show. Oh, I love it. Mornings is my new favourite time of the day. Better than summer drive. You know what? I'm just loving it. Now, my guest in the studio is Kalenga Chambatu. Sorry, I just butchered your name there. Thank you for sticking around.
Thank you.
Now, you had an event, as you said before. This was it Saturday?
That was on Friday night.
Friday night. And it was a big event, very popular. Can you explain, though, what was the event in, like, what was the full details of the event? What happened?
Full details of the event. Like I mentioned earlier, we have these events to sort of bring. It's more like in my country, back in Zambia, we call them the high school reunion parties. The rewind party, the high school reunion. Like the one we did in the capital city back home, we actually encourage people to come in their school uniforms. You have school uniforms here as well?
Yeah.
So we encourage people who finished school early 2000s, 90s to come back and have that high school feel again. The music that you enjoyed when you were in high school. If you could come in your high school uniform, please do. And people turned up in high school uniforms.
That's
so it's amazing.
So cool. Yeah.
So you can imagine people as old as your dad in his high school uniform, the necktie and all
my.
that. It was so much fun.
I can't imagine my dad in school uniform, but you know.
It was something I just tried as an experiment. Just call people come in your school uniforms, and people went out, bought school uniforms, and it was amazing. We're trying to pull off the same in Australia, but people couldn't find their uniforms here. But probably next time when you come through, and we'll advertise it more that way next time we come through, come dress in your former school uniforms, and let's just see how much fun we can have from that.
And hopefully there can be more of these events in Perth, because by the sounds of it, it sounds fun.
Yeah, with your help.
YJR and Kalenga, we got this. We're going to bring these events to Perth.
That'll be so much fun.
Oh, I would love it. Yeah, I would love it. Now, you mentioned to me via message that you started working in radio at age 17.
Yes.
Where did you start?
It's a youth radio station in a city called Kitwe in Zambia. Yes. And, you know, one of those where you're taking a walk through town and you see a queue by some building and you're not really sure what's going on. And I've had always wanted to get into radio. And then there's a queue right in front of this building. So I go to the guy at the far end and I ask, what's going on here? And he says, we're doing auditions for, the radio presenter jobs here. I said, I wanted to do it. I wasn't dressed for a job interview. I was in T-shirts, dirty shorts, because my dad was building then. He was building a house out on the outskirts of town. And I had dust all over me. I wasn't really ready for a job interview. Everybody else was dressed so smartly. And I joined the queue, and they interviewed over 200 people, and I was the last person to go in. And after the interview, the managers of the station look at me and say, you are what we've been waiting for.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm always waiting for those words. They are such magical words.
I know, right?
You are the one.
Exactly. And I walk in and I'm so nervous, and the first thing I did when I walked in for the audition is explain why I was looking the way I was looking.
Yeah.
All dusty and dirty and shabby, you know what I mean? And explain, say, look, I came straight from a construction site. There was a queue, I joined, and here I am.
I'm here. At least you got there. We'll
And I got the job.
Really?
I got a text message the following week saying, you've been shortlisted. We've got a group of 10, and you're one of the 10. Come through tomorrow for part 2 of the auditions and stuff. And I went through, and we were shortlisted to a group of 8 again, and I was in the final 8.
Wow. And can I ask, how old were the other people in the shortlist? How old were they?
On average, 25.
You were in the mix of adults, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
and you got in.
And I got in. Well, we had that old radio training thing going on, and what they would do is, when they train you and feel you're confident enough to go on radio, they'll put you on. And I was the last person to go on because I was just always nervous when the microphone was turned on. I think you've been there before.
Oh, I've been there. When I was training at Sunshine FM, my, when the mics go on, stuttering.
Your brain just freezes. You know what I mean?
And you can't think of what you're going to say. You're
exactly.
like, what am I going to say now?
Yeah.
I did the first bit was I did forecast, and I butchered that. I read Tuesday's forecast for Sunday. You know, it's just like I don't know what I'm doing. But after a while, you build the confidence back up.
You become comfortable with the radio software. Become comfortable in front of the microphone, and I think that whole thought of people actually listen to me, it starts fading away, and you get comfortable with people calling in and talking to you.
Yeah, eventually you feel like it's just you and you're in your zone.
Yeah.
But then there could be thousands of people listening to you, but it's just like it's just you.
And the manager would always come in and say, when you came for the audition, you spoke so smoothly, fluently. Just think of it as you're talking to one person all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I always sort of it as me and my young brother, like I was talking to my young brother all the time. And I got more comfortable that way.
Wow. What was it like for you continuing to work there?
We became celebrities.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Then that was mid 2000s, and it was the first radio station first commercial radio station. Others were community, were the first commercial in the city then, and we became a very popular radio station within 6 months, and us the presenters became so popular with celebrities in like 6 months. Wow, it was exciting. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Now again, earlier we were talking about the young stigma about if you're young you can't do anything. Did you feel any of that when you were working there? Or in your early career, any time in your early career?
Yeah, you get feedback from your manager saying, look, we met up with people and they're saying you're not mature enough to do a breakfast show, a drive time show. We rushed you into this, and people just don't, especially when they find out your true age, everybody just gets uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Before they find out your age, they don't really think about how you're presenting and all that.
Exactly. And then when they know your age, it's like something changes.
It's like they start picking out all those little immature things that they're doing on radio. But before that, they didn't pick it out. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, with this station as well, there's no one over 18 on our weekday show. So
if
you're going to listen to us, you're going to have to know that we're under 18. And you can pick whatever you want.
So when I started getting that feedback, I started realizing, I think I need to be well read. I started reading more books, newspapers, magazines.
It does help, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it helps, especially if you're abreast of what's going on, current affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't quite pick out that you're not the age they think you are.
You just don't tell them. Just go on there. Don't tell them your age. Just go for it.
But, when you're well read and you sound knowledgeable on radio, don't quite question how old you are. Yeah.
So do you think radio has impacted your life?
Oh, a whole lot. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for radio.
You wouldn't be in Perth. You wouldn't be here interviewing right now.
I mean, radio opened up a whole lot of doors for me. The time I started, met a lot of companies, endorsements here, there, and I thank God, man, for where I am.
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, started through radio.
Oh, and the gifts we've got now, like you and I both, especially, we're both radio station owners now.
Exactly.
You in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And the amount of gifts we've been given by God, oh my gosh,
I tell you. Yeah, true.
It's
I'm
incredible.
Grateful.
Oh, we should be grateful. And we're grateful for you guys listening right now to us. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Kalenga, for coming on. It's been so good having you. And
thanks a
you
lot.
know what? I could learn a lot from you, and hopefully vice versa. And I'm sure this is not the last you've heard of Kalenga on YJR Radio.
I tell you one thing. I always believe in this quote: "You're never too young to teach. You're never too old to learn." And I know we could always learn a lot from each other.
Exactly.
Through these interactions, yeah.
And learn from Kalenga that age does not matter.
No, it's just a number.
Exactly. And I did an interview on a video, and I said age is just a number. Does it really matter? And I got a good reaction from that. And you know what? Age is just a number. You're right. Age is just a number. So to learn something from Kalenga is that age is just a number. You can do anything. Anyone can do anything.
You just need to have goals in life, vision. All right, like the Bible says, my people perish for lack of vision. You need to have the vision and have some dreams. I think for me, the most important thing is having a dream and going after it. Yeah.
Well, Kalenga, thank you again.
Thank you very much for
You're
having me
listening
here.
to Mornings with Isaac Mulcrone. It's the 4th of Feb. Oh my gosh. It feels like I've been prepping for this show for the last 2 years. It is the morning show with Isaac Mulcrone. Thank you for joining me. Carmen Braidwood joins me very soon. How exciting is that, Company?